If you've ever wanted to run a successful business, but the thought of starting from zero feels daunting and just risky and uncertain, I want to ask you a question. What if there was a shortcut to the finish line? Would you take it? Because today we're diving into a game-changing strategy for inspiring entrepreneurs. I'm going to show you why buying an existing business could be the fast track to your success. You could bypass all those hurdles and costs associated with starting from scratch and really get you to shift your perspective so that you can jump into a business with the salary that you want right from the get-go. Before we jump into it, I would just love to know who's watching. Are you a current business owner? Are you thinking about starting a business? Or are you currently in startup mode? Go ahead and let me know in the chat below. I have personally started up 8 businesses over the years, and I've been through the hard, I've been through the risk, I've been through some making not much money and others making great money, but all of them being a really heavy lift. And I've also been through the growth through acquisition side where I have purchased businesses. And I will tell you, it is so much smoother on this fast track side. And it's one of those moments where I feel like if I had known then what I know now, I would have done things differently. And I don't want anyone having to go through all of that struggle and heartache when there is an easier way. There is a faster path. So today we're going to talk specifically about saving time, saving money, lots of sleepless nights as you focus on growth through acquisition instead of startup. So stick with me and you're going to get all the compelling reasons why buying over building is really the way to go. Things from instant cash to existing customer relationships. If you've ever dreamt of business ownership, but you just want to skip the startup struggles, I promise this is the video for you. The first reason why you would want to buy instead of build is because you get immediate operational capacity. When you buy a business, you're acquiring an operation system that's already up and it's already running. That means instant cash flow with existing customers in place and a trained team. When you're in startup, the time and financial investment it takes to get to this exact same place can be years and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in hiring and salaries, in building out systems and processes, in just time and energy. It's a very expensive thing to get your operations running smoothly. And you might be thinking, well, how do I know they're running smoothly? Because you wouldn't buy it if they weren't. If the business is a mess, you do not have to ever buy a mess. But there are a lot of great businesses out there that the owner is just ready to transition, either because of death or divorce or some kind of a challenge, or they're just simply excited about doing something else and they want to retire. There's so many reasons why businesses are for sale, but why build from scratch when we could buy something that's already in place? Think of this like IKEA furniture, right? If you were to get a new place, do you want furniture delivered that you can actually sit in tonight? Or do you want a bunch of different boxes to show up where then you have to find all the parts and then you have to get all the tools and then you have to convince your buds to come over and help you build it with pizza and beer? Whatever that looks like for you, you have that choice. Are you gonna walk in right now with a business that is ready to go? Or are you gonna pull all those pieces in and spend the extra time and energy to even get to the point where you have something viable enough that you can put your butt on it? Next, let's talk about having an established brand and customer base. Starting a new business means building a brand and finding that first customer and then that second customer and the third, and then getting them to stay and then figuring out why they're leaving when they are leaving. And that can take years and a very significant marketing budget. For example, you need a website. That's going to be $5,000 to $10,000. You need a logo. That's going to be anywhere between $200,000 and $30,000. You need to get all your social media profiles up and running and have all the graphics designed and the content created. If somebody else is doing that for you, that's about $2,500 per month. You need somebody to run your ads. All of these things to get your clients up and going, like that's expensive, not just in dollars, but also in your time. Or you could buy a business, have an existing customer base who already buys from you regularly. And again, if you're like, well, how do I know that the business exists like that? Because you do due diligence and you don't buy a business that doesn't have that in place. You're not looking to buy someone else's job. You're looking to actually buy a customer. You're looking to actually buy a company that has loyal customers and has reoccurring revenue and has client contracts. So that way you have that steady revenue stream from day one. You're also gonna have a company that has their legal and compliance in order, and that's a huge saving and a huge risk that a lot of startups are just flying without being properly protected because they feel like they can't afford it. Next, let's talk about the financing advantages. Did you know you can't get an SBA loan on a startup? You can't. You're gonna be using your personal finances and your personal credit to be able to get the money that you need to start up this business, or money from friends and family, or money from savings, or your 401k. But you cannot get an SBA loan. The reason is because they want to see a longevity and a history of cash flow. So you, as a first-time business owner, can't go get an SBA loan to start a business. But you, as a first-time business purchaser, can get an SBA loan because the business that you're buying has that existing financial record. They can show 3 to 5 years of profit and loss and balance sheets, and they can show the client contracts that they have. Like, they have all of the information that they need to get that SBA. So you use the financial health of that business to fund the purchase of the business. And you only have to have 10% down, which if you were going to have to already put in your own money to start up or do friends and family, why not use friends and family to then pay the 10% of the business that you're buying? It is oftentimes far less money than when you're starting up. Oh, did I also mention that you get paid from day one because the business is also used to paying its business owner? That's a fun little perk. My favorite part is that we really do get to bypass like the Hunger Games of business. And so the first few years of business, it's like you are just looking to see who's gonna make it. Most businesses don't take profit for the first 2 years. Most businesses fail within the first 5. I mean, it is like they're dropping like flies out there, and you get to bypass that because you're buying a business who has already gone through it. They've already weathered the storms. They've already been through the ups and downs, and you're walking into something that, I'm not saying that things couldn't happen, right? But you're walking into something that's already made it through the worst. The one resource that you can never, ever, ever get back is time. And I really want you to think about this. You know the saying, time is money? It's so true. It takes time to grow a business. And I have met people where I'm like, I feel like I've seen you year after year after year, and you're just repeating the same first year of business over and over and over again. I've seen people be in business for 10 years and still never cross the 6-figure earnings mark. Like, there are very few business owners that are ever going to be able to pay themselves 6 figures. There are very few business owners that ever cross the $1 million mark. Let's talk about the cost of time as well. Time is money, the saying goes, and this is absolutely true. I want you to understand that less than 6% of business owners ever make it to a 6-figure salary. And these are people who have been running their business year after year after year after year. When you look at the businesses that are being bought and that are being sold and that are being listed, the vast majority of them are businesses where the owner is currently earning 6 figures or more. So we're saving ourselves that time, those years of struggle, those nights where you can't sleep because you're so stressed about the things that are going to be happening tomorrow, or you can't make payroll. And I'm not suggesting that buying a business means that you're free from all of the challenges. I am just suggesting that that hard work that was done for that business to get it up and going, like, it's been done. And now you are saving yourself years of struggle by stepping in and purchasing a business that already exists. The other thing I love about this is that you're giving someone a path to retirement who maybe wouldn't have it otherwise. In my mind, I just think this is such a win-win, and I wish everyone was truly doing it. This path of entrepreneurship is diverse. There is no one-size-fits-all formula for success. However, if speed, cost efficiency, and a desire to hit the ground running are drivers in your entrepreneurial spirit, then buying an existing business could honestly be the smartest move you'll ever make. For more great videos, make sure that you hit the like button and then subscribe and hit the bell notification for more great videos just like this. Hopefully you are now all in with the idea of buying a business, but you probably have no idea where to get started. So go check out next the A to Z of business acquisition. It's going to walk you through the entire process. I will see you there, and in the meantime, keep growing, keep building, and I can't wait for you to have your 8-figure exit.